All right.
First,
Go.
you guys are intermediate Spanish students, right? So when you're intermediate, you're supposed to at least start putting sentences together, right?
Okay, good morning, class. So today's lesson is on personal relationships. So the vocabulary that we're going to be learning has a lot to do with personal relationships, so like feelings, attitudes, and actions. So if you look at your vocabulary list that you brought today, I want you guys to pair up, and as a warm-up, I would like each of you to practice pronouncing each word to each other. So just take turns reading out the words and going through the list. So you guys have about a minute or two to do so.
We want to switch out to
You guys on the back will also.
El alma
Well, you guys should be advanced already.
early morning.
enamorarse, estar harto, odiar, discutir, tener celos de, pasajero, casarse con, casado, divorciado, separado, soltero.
Okay, so did everybody get a chance to go through the list? Okay, so now we're going to have a really quick review as for your pronunciation.
Okay, so these are the vowels in Spanish, and these are the vowels in Japanese. So I know since we live in Hawaii, maybe some of you guys have taken Japanese classes or whatnot. If not, you could still familiarize it. In Japanese, you will say a, I, u, e, o, right? So if you put a K in front of the vowels, it will be ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. In Spanish, it's the same way, but the order of the vowels is different. You will say a, e, I, o, u. So if you put a K, it's ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. There's only a couple of words in the alphabet that will make a different sound. For example, letter C. The first one will be ka. The second one is going to be se. Se. And C. These are the only two that I'm going to change. So if you see anything with this combination, it's going to be the se or C. And then it goes back to normal, ko and ku. This letter right here, and I think Michael was asking about that, it's called a ñ. And the easiest way to familiarize yourself with it is just put a Y and an I after, so ñe. And this one sounds a little funny. It will be ña, ñe, ñi, ño, ñu. Okay? And a few reminders. We have a double L on the alphabet. So the double L will sound like a J. So if you see a double L, it will be like yo, or like ja, je, ji, yo, ju, right? The J sounds like an H in English. So if you see J, Jota, like my name is in English will be Jaran, but in Spanish it's Jaran. So just keep that in mind when you're reading. And the H is silent. The H doesn't make a sound. The Y sounds like E if it's in between a letter. So it means and. So if you say it by itself, it means E, and somebody else. If you see it in a word like yo-yo, same thing in Spanish, yo-yo. It's gonna sound yo, okay? That's about it. Any questions on that? Any questions? Okay, I think we're good.
Okay, so I want each of you to write 2 words that you guys would like clarification on how to pronounce better. So can you please write the 2 words on the board? And make sure the words that you write up on the board is different from what everybody else writes.
Yep.
Sure, good.
That's like, that one aside. Or maybe we could erase this already. Just erase it.
We need to keep these.
Oh, you can give it to whoever doesn't have.
Some of you guys could come here. Put 2 words.
2 words.
Yeah, 2 words, yeah. It's not more than one. Yes. Okay, yeah. Alright, I see a lot of G's in there. A lot of G's. Okay.
Who wrote this one?
Yeah, still one.
Do you want to choose a different word?
Can I go? Okay. The thing with G, right? See a lot of G's in here. Sometimes it sounds like go or gu, ge or he. If you see a U in between the G and the E, it's gonna sound ge. Okay? If the U is not there, it's gonna sound he, like a J. He. Gemela is twin. Right? What's the question on this one?
Gracioso.
Good question. You pronounce it like if it's a J, but it's actually ga. So you pronounce gracioso. And remember the C, right? Remember the C, because it's not something. Gracioso. So gracioso is for a boy. Graciosa is for a girl. Graciosa, that's why you see the A there, right? Riesgo, is that the same thing? Go for the G. You wrote that one, right? How do you say that? El riesgo. Yeah, you're reading it perfectly. So same thing here. Go sounds just like go. If you would put you in the middle, it will be wo. Okay, so el riesgo is you're fine, no problem with you. Engañar, it goes back to this sound right here, the ñe. So when you see this letter right here, the ñe, it's gonna sound N, and then again the G again, right? It's not a U in between, so engañar, all right? Now here, that's a Q. And because you have a U in between, it's gonna sound que. Querer, right? And same thing here, co que. Same thing as the one from before, co que te amo. Who wrote this one? What's your question on this? The pronunciation of the J?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go back to, instead of enollarse, sometimes you get confused or whatnot. It's enojar, sounds like an H. Enojar, se. And then the se again, right? Enojar se. Tener vergüenza. Maybe this right here. Okay, when you put something in between like that, it emphasizes the U. Where. Or like, for example, this word, guiar. Without that would be guiar. Or if you put this, it will be guiar. So you have to emphasize that. Okay? Alright. What's next?
Okay, so can you go to your practice worksheet? So this one.
Around 10 minutes.
Okay, and then I'm going to give you maybe 2 to 3 minutes to fill out the definition section. So you're going to match the words with the definition. And then for the second one, the identification section, identify which word is the oddball in the group. So which word doesn't really have the same meaning or context. Okay. And work with each other if you need help.
Yeah, it's your homework. So you got it done already. You know. It's supposed, because you guys are intermediate, right? So to help you guys. Unit 1. And all these words are the definitions I know. Yeah, so it's called.
Yes.
Any questions in the back? Just like Japanese. You take some Japanese, right? So our good review is the vowels, in Japanese is a, I, o. In Spanish is a, e, I, o, u. So if you put a K, it will be ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. In Japanese, ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. So it's very similar to Japanese. And the way you see the word, the way you read it, it's a few letters. So I just, this is supposed to match it, but since this class is supposed to be intermediate, already given the answer, so I'm going to give you guys the answer.
Oh, okay.
We're going to review that. And all the vocabulary is like your definition of the yeah.
Oh, it's just
So intermediate Spanish, you're supposed to start putting sentences together.